Aha! Goodly evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Civilization 5. And you join me, well, as Germany declare war. In fact, yes, Germany has declared war on Venice, which is intriguing. You can see a huge amount of troops over here. I was actually prepping myself for a war. I've realised I could not nuke Cologne, though, because I'd wage war in either Venice or the Ottomans, or both, by doing it. There's actually no spot I can nuke, sadly. So that's disappointing, but with my allies at war with Germany, I think I will swoop in and take Berlin and Munich for myself. We'll see about Cologne. That one looks quite dangerous to me. But yes, we are getting some wealth sorted out, because at the moment we have quite a few units. Yep. Well, actually, take naval, because I think you might well have to deal with some of these Venetians in time. You can stay here and guard this area. Now, a lot of these places are now working on money, because our money's not looking that good. We're making sure we've got markets in all these towns, and we are just trying to set ourselves up for future wars. Yes, indeed. So, if we swing back over to the Empire, the Turks, I don't quite know what they're doing. I think they're marching over for a new war against Sweden. I want to avoid that war for a little while, albeit it was tempting not to nuke them the short term. I've got myself a diplomat in Istanbul, so I can see what's going on. We seem to have some sort of interesting units around here. Good for nuking later. But I can't actually quite hit it. I think I can just about here. Okay, I can do some damage, but I can't quite reach it right now. I need Timankuru to do that, don't I? Marvellous. So yes, in general, things are looking pretty good. We are ready to attack Germany, pretty much. We've got ourselves units all around the place, and we're just lining ourselves up, really, ready for the attack. We've got a few paratroopers. We've got a huge deal of nukes in all of our cities over here. Nukes and bombers, nukes, more nukes over here. Got some more on this border as well. And quite a few of our cities are 1 or 2 turns away from other military units, so we've got the production kind of already set in, so we can get them out nice and quick when it comes to it. So things are looking quite good right now. We've got a few random units just plodding around as ever. But you know what, in general, we'll just chop it down. To hell with the forest. We'll chop it all down. We'll just keep adding trading posts over here. We'll do what the AI does, see if it magically solves our economy. It's obviously, we have an awful lot of boats right now, which is a big part of the problem. But we are finally going to go and give Christmas joy over to Zanzibar. And I can see they're missionary there at the moment, but I'm sure they'll want to join us when we go send our mission Great Prophet. Is there a unit over there? I really hope there isn't. I hope that camp's an old camp. I feel like it probably is still there. That's slightly problematic, potentially. Oh well, trading post over there. And indeed, I think we built ourselves a new city. Ah yes, new city down here. Not Edinburgh. What were we going to call this one now? That's a good point. We have, yes, basically we got this for extra pearls, which is just marvellous. But it also has itself some uranium, which is just lovely, isn't it? Everyone loves some uranium. We need to give ourselves a city name. You know what? Let us call it the Great Saturnalia. Ah yes. Oh yes, that great, great festival related to Christmas Joy. We like a bit of Saturnalia over at Christmas Joy Town. That is just marvellous. Just marvellous. So, over here, really, it's just a bit of extra nuke and pearls. Can't really complain about that. The Germans have gone a little bit mad at this point, I think. We're not going to take all of these out, but we suddenly got ships around just in case we need to go and do anything. Work bed in 4 turns, and we've got the uranium hooked up. So we'll keep all those in. The oil problem has been largely sorted at this point. We've got these extra oils over here, and things are looking pretty damn lovely. Yes, and shiny things over here is getting more battleships, so when we do eventually end up at war with the Ottomans, we can defend ourselves over here. Just keep them busy. Oh, it is marvellous, marvellous work. So, where does this leave us with this turn? Well, we're going to let this war start, and let them kind of send their troops around. And then what I'll do is I'll head straight in here. I'm not even sure I need to nuke these cities at this point. I'm not sure it's even worth it, actually. So I think we can probably just roll in and shoot them down. We will see. We'll see how much damage the rocket artillery does. We'll nuke them if we have to. We've kind of got a diplomat in the town here, so we can kind of see around the area. Not a lot seems to be going on. So I think, though, these troops should probably plod over this way. Yes, you go there. Gives a slightly better sight, doesn't it? Right, we're going to go for one more turn before we launch this war. But let's have a little look. Overall, literacy down to second. Oh, that's slightly worrying, isn't it? The Ottomans have just started to poke their nose ahead. And they have just got the Apollo program, worth noting. So, yes, obviously we are going for war a lot more at this point. They have quite a lot of troops, but we'll nuke them. We are definitely ahead in terms of the nuking technology. But they have just started to go down other routes. They filled up more of the tree. We've been going specifically down, yes, advanced ballistics. So at this point, we've kind of poked our nose in one particular direction. They've probably got some of these slightly cheaper ones. We do have a few scientists, great scientists about to come through, actually. Yes, great scientists. 1 turn, 15, and 19. So they should all come in today. We'll skip forward to things. Great merchant is 4 turns. And we have Great Engineer 9, and 1 turn to a Great Artist as well. All looking rather marvellous. Next turn we can sort ourselves out fine and dandy. Great Artists are golden ages, aren't they? That is just perfect for war. Ooh, wow, a lot of things just happened. Oh, yes.
We have guided missiles and misguided.
Yes, misguided men indeed. Right, nuclear missiles now, which is marvellous. Information era. Right, great scientist has been born. Oh yes, we've got that, and we've got carrier just about to be built in these cities. Carrier there. Carrier is, I think, the next thing in the queue there, but it's partly built already, which is marvellous. Where is this chap, and where is he supposed to be? Where should you be, sir? Let me tell you what, you can head over here, because we're going to need you in the recouping process, I think, once we nuke it all very, very soon. Yeah, so we have ourselves a great artiste. We can start our golden age for 12 turns. Yes. I don't know who you were. I didn't actually look. A new spy. We'll sort that out very soon with a few schmoozers. Ah, yes, Marie Curie. And we need to give you something to do, don't we? We're going to go for satellites, weren't we? Get the Hubble telescope. Make sure no one else gets it more than anything else. So up to 2 turns. Have ourselves a great engineer, so that is fine. We'll use them for that purpose. Right. Theon has been recruited as a spy. That is marvellous. Great person. Great person. And Zurich, don't care. Who cares about any of this nonsense? Atomic era, I'm now in the information era, sir. You're well behind. Let's just see. Oh, Kiev is about to fall. It's not looking very good now, is it? Let's see if Venice... They're afraid. Yes, a lot of people are afraid of me. They feel a great might, indeed. Indeed. Right, let us discuss. Maybe I can trade. I'm sure I can discuss. Declare war. Yes, if I declare war on the Germans, would you give me a big pile of money? I propose that.
No.
There's no way to make this work. Are you sure? It looks like you're losing cities. 15 a turn. Go on.
No.
Are you sure there is absolutely no way of doing it? Well, you'd obviously want to die. I'm going to do it anyway. But, oh well. Maybe he just knows. Maybe he just knows I'm going to do it anyway. Right, if I nuke this spot here, I'm going to hit Munich. I'm not going to hit Berlin, though. They will wipe out these troops, which will be awfully useful. So I might well do that. I think that's the spot, isn't it? So, can your bomb hit that one? Yes, it can. So, launch the nuke. In fact, no. No. Let's stop. Let's do this properly. Hello, sir. We would like to trade. And we are going to give you some coal. Have some coal for Christmas. Yes, he accepts his coal. Oh, you fool. That was accepting that you're on the naughty list now. Naughty, naughty boy. Yes. So, now he's got his coal. Coal is known, by the way, to help with toxins. It helps, yes, indeed, if you get poison toxin, you can use it to absorb. Eat all the coal and you might just live. In fact, that's the plan. So now, we will see if he can live through this. Ha 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 ha! Oh, God, he's actually got barbarian infantry in town, hasn't he? Oh, how deeply saddening. I think I just declared war on Venice by accident because their troop was there. Oops. Is that what I just did? I think I did, you know.
Vous,
Ah,
console.
I did accidentally just declare war on Venice. Well, if I'm going to do that, I might as well nuke Cologne as well. Let's go and nuke Cologne. Atomic bomb. And where can I nuke that's going to nuke them? And only Venice. There! That looked like the spot to me. Did I just miss that? Ah, I can't quite do that. If I hit Cologne... No, I've got to hit that spot. I'm one off. One away. That's annoying. That's annoying. Where can I hit with this one? Where can this atomic bomb hit? Nowhere near as far. No, that won't do. That won't do. Well, this is slightly irritating, isn't it? I'll tell you what. We'll just nuke this area anyway. Let's go aim for the citrus. Boom! Oh, yes. This is great vision I've got right now. Nuke them. Damn you, Germany! Marvellous. Well, that's what you get, Venice. I wouldn't have attacked you if you had actually accepted the... Actually, I probably would have by accident anyway. We all know what just happened. All is fine. Yes! Yes, that is brilliant. That is just brilliant. Now, another atomic bomb. We might as well just keep nuking everything whilst we're here. What's the spot? Let's just nuke the town directly. There we go. Eggnog, look at this. This heroic tune that they're playing right now. I just realised I've just nuked my own tanks, haven't I? They are long gone, aren't they? Yes. Yes, they are. Oh, my poor tanks. Antium has gone. Good. And as for Rome, nuke Rome too. Aha! Everything will go. Right, well, this is interesting, wasn't it? Kablamo! Say kablamo. Yes. Doo-doo-doo. Yes, well, there we are. Well, everything's now very, 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 very much dead. And you can please shoot them with some rockets. Perfect! Well, this war became a little bit bigger than I planned. This is all just a nuclear wasteland. Slightly ridiculous. Well, the rocket artillery can take a pop. Pew pew! Perfect. El Tankio. Tank can start moving forward. You, sir, can move there. Land there. Perfect. Ah, these got shoved back here after we declared war, didn't they? That's what happened. So actually, these tanks are still alive. They just got themselves shoved behind the borders when we accidentally declared war with Venice. Okay. That is all fine by me. Battleship and destroyers. You know a destroyer? You shoot him. Trying to hit our lad? Good shot, sir. Good shot. Not sure how he managed that. You, sir, also shoot him. Yes. Can I infantry win yet? Not quite. You've got a good long-range shot on you there, sir. Lovely, and we'll just finish off the lovely, lovely Venetian who got in our way. There we are. Sorry, Steve. Steve got killed on the hill over there. That is marvellous. And, oh, are you in range there? No, you're not. That is fine by me, then. They have some carriers and a destroyer. Interesting. Well, what are we doing then? We only have one destroyer, don't we? We only have battleships otherwise. It's fine. We'll swing everyone round. You, sir, get into that position. Lovely! Right. Shoot at that carrier. Now, why am I shooting at the carrier? I should be shooting at the actual ship that can hurt me. Oh, well. All is fine. All is fine. And you got that... Oh. I've just left my Admiral exposed by accident. You go back. Thank you. Right, well, we've done a bit of damage on them. It's not too bad, is it? Mr. Tanky over there. Now, what do you want to do with these tanks, then? We should probably go and get some sight of this area. Let's go and take those lads out. Lovely. Tanks versus cavalry. Yes, I think we know how that one goes, don't we? Not very good for the tanks. Wait, no! Wait, that was wrong. Not very good for the cavalry, actually. Ha! Sometimes I get that long way around. Right. You, sir. Oh, I just realised he can't go all the way. Can you make... No. Well, I hope no one goes and takes my great general then. Because I forget he can't move as far. I'm not sure why. I don't know why my great general doesn't move around in a tank nowadays. Oh well. Right, so... We've just declared war on a couple of people. Luckily not the... Let's just check not the Ottomans as well. They're afraid. They are afraid. But not at war. That's fine. A few things just happened. Perfect. Well, this all went exactly according to plan. A few upgrades then for this turn. Ooh, do I need a bit of an upgrade? I'm not sure actually if I want that immediately. Let's bomb Antium first and make sure we're where we need to be. See what health it goes down to. I'm not sure how much damage we're already doing, to be honest. 92 overall. Extreme liberation bonus. Well, that's what we're going to do. It's going to be fun. But it won't really matter because we're going to cause an awful lot more damage than that, really. I think we need all the bombers for this, don't we? Yes. A little bit awkward. Right. You shoot them. Perfect. Boomy boom. You shoot them as well. It's taken a while for the graphic to actually come through. Doesn't like all the animations on, does it? Tank. You can go in there. Okay, so yes. We don't need to upgrade you in terms of health. We can just run this guy straight in. Perfect. I want to attack anyway. Boom, boom, boom. And Antium. Let's bring back the Romans. Santa. Oh, Saturnalia. And liberate the city. What do you want? I don't know. I just want to say hi. Hi. So we have liberated Antium. Good start there. Good start. Right. So what else are we going to do that will have weakened up the Venetians just a little bit? Over here we have... Well, we've attacked Munich quite heartily. We need one bomber. Last one. To go and bomb Munich. That'd be marvellous. That should get it down to 0. And we can then run that tank straight in. That would be marvellous. Now, actually, do I want to... Anyone need to pillage before we do that? Not really. We're all pretty much in full health, which is interesting. Straight into Munich then. Attack that. Well done, Tanky McTank Tank. And we will take Munich for us. Hurrah! Yes. Right, well, we will create a puppet. This is grand. Let's view the city right now. It's got the Statue of Liberty. Well, that's nice, isn't it? Can I have my free social policy, please? No, I don't think I'm going to get that. Right, you, sir. All units. Does that count on the sea? I guess it does. Well, that's kind of cool, isn't it? Let's give him range attack defense, though, because I have a feeling he might be attacked a bit by range. I think the range defense is always a pretty solid one to take. You go there. Seems like an apt position for you to be. Destroyer, just hold position. And let's get all these ships as far forward as we can. Lovely. That is just marvellous. So, who's got... Oh, you have some extra... Do you have range? Is one of these range? I'm sure there is. Yes, +1 range. That's perfect. Shoot that one. Just because you can. That's fantastic range. I love it. Alright, well, you, sir, you shoot them. Should be him down. Sunk, and sunk again. Okay, and then the rest of us will shoot this. 40 gold. We're getting a lot of gold through this war, actually, aren't we? It's working quite well for us. Lovely, number 55. It's much better than actually having, you know, an economy. I love it. Aha, satellites. Yes. The sky seemed almost alien. Indeed it did. So, what we haven't seen is the rest of this. This is the bit we hadn't really seen down here, which is where a settler died over here by because we're actually sending a settler there just because we haven't seen it. So, to be honest, apart from Gilkenkirchen over there, which I just like to say because it's fun. Yeah, there's nothing too brilliant along here. This is a nice little spot, but Zurich's kind of half-eaten it anyway. Yeah, I'd love a city here. That'd be ridiculous, but obviously Kabul and Zurich are kind of half there. There's a load of Indonesian cities over here by the Srolipada, but there's no luxury by Srolipada. Nothing too interesting. Otherwise, we've already seen all of these islands. There's a few... Wow, I haven't seen these little islands. This is amazing, Turkey. I love it. Blonk, 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 blonk. To be fair, I don't mind doing this kind of thing. It's kind of funny to do. It's kind of fun to do this in terms of blocking off the sea, but that works alright if you're like Japan and you get culture from all that kind of nonsense, but no, not really worth it, is it? And Batam over here, not too bad. That's where the cloves are coming from, so we need to bear that in mind, don't we? That's the cloves. Does that mean one of these is where they get the pepper? Yes. So I want to go and get the pepper from over there too one day. Interesting. Delhi, Izmir, Mumbai, blah blah blah. Load of Indian cities that are no longer Indian because the Ottomans have just taken everything. Ridiculous. The Germans really are a plague, aren't they? Just like the Ottomans. At least I'm sensible. I'm just spreading Christmas joy. A few deaths at the end of that term, but I'm going to go and save my... Yes, my Jerusalem cousin over here. Lovely. We've, well, helped save you, which is marvellous. Oh, we have a new destroyer over here, in fact, so you can be good against naval units. Come out and attack that chap straight away. Very much works for me. Great firewall being built in Istanbul. That's fine. I'm not really working on that myself. Oh, Shiny Things has a new one as well. I'm going to go for land units on this particular occasion. I'm just going to keep you around. That'd be useful. Shiny Things actually need some more production. So, I think a nuke wouldn't be a bad idea over here. There's so much production in this city. It's mad. It's only a little random town that I built. Okay, let's get a Mobile Sam. Then we want a tank. And then we want a nuke. Pretty much sort us out, won't it? Right, down here, we have a new tank. And Call for Christmas is built as a tank. Marvellous. These are actually hill ones, so we should probably give them a bit of both. Rough terrain. Let's stand on that hill. Gives us a bit of sight. Lovely. Setting ourselves up for the future war. Time to take our two cities then. Hamburg can go now. Run in there, sirs. You've been shot enough by them. Yep, that one bloke can take it. Raise the city. That's fine. We might decide to keep that, but I certainly am going to pull the population down a little bit before we do that. Now. Berlin is also ripe for the plucking. So, it seems like it needs a couple hits to take it out. Well, that's fine. We will give it a good hit with which person's going to be the lucky unit to do it. Tank seems to take much less damage from attacking it. No, they don't. Oh well. And here we go. Let's launch our assault on Berlin. The German capital falls to us. Perfect. Yes, we'll review the city, but obviously we will create a puppet out of it. We have only the terracotta armies, the only one they built here. Interesting. I thought they would have done more. They've been pretty high up for the game. Surprising. Disappointing. Create a puppet. Indeed. We're down to 62 happiness. No, actually, I'm pretty sure we just went up, actually, from taking these two towns. Well, that's marvellous. So, how long have we got here then? Probably about 12 turns, I suppose. 12 turns resistance, down to 2 turns there. This is burning down. 10 turns of resistance. So, I'm not sure if it's worth keeping it or not, to be honest. Panama City. We should probably go and take that out now. Albeit, should we move on to Cologne? We could do, you know. I tell you what. You, sir. Oh, actually, we need to try and get some vision onto this hill. Okay, I think we nuke Kiev. I think that's the plan. We can just take out their troops. Is it worth a nuke for it, though? We can probably take that out without that. You know what? Let's just roll all our tanks across the border. That'll be fine. We'll leave Panama City for now. We'll come back for Venice. They're not really the biggest threat. We do need to use our boats to go and deal with them, mind you. So, Hamburg. Where do you want your troops to go? You know what? I think all of them can just start moving forward towards Kiev or towards Rome. That's fine. You move towards Rome. You go and parachute your way over there. He's going to ping in a moment, presumably. And we'll just start shuffling up the rest of them in this here direction. That'll be grand. So, Tanky Mac Tank. You head over there. General, move on to the tank. Infantryman. I can't remember. I'm assuming you do take damage from the fallout. Not the end of the world if we do, but let's go and just get our troops recovering for the short term. Actually, we probably can go and take up Panama. We'll go use our boats for that. We'll do a Venice before too long, but we might just need to redistribute some of our bombs and planes and that kind of malarkey. We actually do. Oh, we actually had one bomber left. We could have actually used that a minute ago. Where are artillery? They're over here. They're busy at the moment. And this artillery is still moving its way around too. That's a bit annoying. Right, pillage that just because we could do with that turning back to us. That is grand. Get some extra money from the trading post. Yeah, so what we'll probably do is just bring some of our troops along like that. And we need to start getting some workers out actually. And the cargo ship there, I do need that right now. Tell you what, change production for now. Get us a worker. And then add to queue. What was I just working on? Plane or something. Yes, a fighter. Get a fighter after that. One turn from a new type bomber over there. There's grand. Obviously, we've liberated Rome. We have taken the German Empire out. We do obviously still have wars with them, but I don't think the rest of these are going to be able to do very much realistically. I think we've very much broken their back. I'm not really bothered about it much more. We can obviously go and smash up Cologne and burn down Kiev, I think. That's going to be the plan from here on in. So, Berlin has adopted a religion. Yep, that's my religion. Good. It is spreading, which is right and marvellous. So, Panama. Yes. Okay, we've got a battleship in this direction. You probably need to swing around this way. I was planning to send this guy across to help out with the pillaging issue and the fallout. There's actually not that much fallout considering... it could have been worse. Could have been worse. So there's actually quite a lot of workers around here. They've got a huge amount of workers to steal. Could just steal some of them. They could solve some of the problems. Now over here, the Germans aren't getting too close to me. Tyre has actually done a good job of taking out that random force of Germans that were around. And yeah, this tank has this tank's just done some good fun work in the meantime. Alright, well, we'll have a little look around the map. Might be a few more things we want to do. But essentially, we've done what we need to against Germany. We'll just do these deal with these last couple of cities, and then we'll get some peace out of them. Because it's not really worth doing an awful lot more. But don't think down here, if it ever wants to load, I don't think there's much I can really do. I don't really have enough power to do anything down here. Not at the moment anyway. We'll go deal with that in the long term. But we've got their capital. So that is key. Oh, look how green the map is looking now. This is looking rather lovely, isn't it? So what else is there to take? We need to take Delhi. We need to take Istanbul. That's going to be tricky. We need to take Addis Ababa. And we need to take Jakarta. And we need to take Venice. We've got quite a few of these left to do. But I think at this point, we should... minus 200. We're getting our money through the war. For the war, damn it. Let's not worry about that too much. Right, tank Ural there. I think we can go and do a Panama without too many problems, actually. So, do we have a network? We do largely. You're building the road. You're going to build a railroad as well. So we're getting that built up. The structure should be here before very long indeed. And what we do in terms of our science, again, we're on penicillin right now. So we are... yes, okay, working our way up towards the CN Tower. Free broadcast tower, bit of extra population in cities. Oh, that's always nice, isn't it? Yes, an extra happiness to make up for it, I suppose. Because otherwise that becomes a bit of a burden, actually, if you haven't got happiness. But I do, because I'm Santa, of course. It's a golden age as we nuke the world. Time for another nuke, then. I think we need to shoot around about... around about here, I think. Right, here we go. Send the nuke in. Kablamo! Kablamo! It's not going to do the animation anymore, is it? It's giving up on it. Oh well. Yes, a lot of artillery in the German Empire. Just waiting for it to disappear. There we go. Right, we're going to take... liberate this city. Ah, right. Give it back to him. No. Raise it to the ground. Sorry. Sorry about that. but I need to destroy it. That is a shame for you. Right, we will do that then, and as that burns down, that won't take very many turns. I guess we can start worrying about the next town to go. Ah yes, Rome. Rome will be going next turn, I would think. I would certainly think so. And Panama as well. Panama. I think we can swing around here. Let's go and pillage that. This will be marvellous. We'll start sending some of our other units along in this direction. I've turned off the animations because the game was kind of getting a bit angry with the animations. So I got rid of those. Infantry, you just heal up. And infantry, you might as well just heal up as well. We'll get these boats swinging round very soon. This one is... well, we can keep him here for now. Let's just hang around on this coast here, tormenting them. That is just lovely, isn't it? Now, do we have any other units that we need to be making use of? Indeed, we do with this one here. Cologne. You know what? We don't need all these tanks here. We can roll one of them in that direction as well. And this tank over here won't actually be able to make it to Cologne in one go. So we'll have to think about that as we go on to the next round. Bomber. Bomber. And last bomber. Bombard. Perfect. Right. We are pretty much there then with this grand war. We'll finish off Germany and Venice, I think, today, or at least the key parts of them. We won't worry about the Ottomans. No, not quite yet. That's the big one for next time. Okay, a few things just happening here. Great person born, which is always marvellous. You, sir, can come and build ourselves a pasture. So, promotion for our paratrooper over here. Might as well have medic, because it seems like we need it right now. Bazooka has gained experience. So is this in the open? It seems to be, even though it won't quite hover and tell me. Anyway, yes, it seems to be in the open. Tank has gained experience as well. Oof, I'm tempted to give you heal actually, just because of where you are. Tank over here, likewise, possibly just to heal on this occasion. And you, sir, ooh, bombardment against land units. That might be quite useful. Yes, take that as well. Perfect. Right, so we've got a few things there. Solomon is planning against Gustavus Adolphus, but he's just taken his city down here. So there's a huge amount of troops down at Sigtuna, which is possibly bad for when war starts. So I'm going to have to make sure I've got a few more troops around this way than I currently do. Rome's going to be mine anyway, so this border is kind of a bit more secure, or at least it's going to be more like up here now, because I've secured all of this nonsense. Rome's been a bit awkward to go down, isn't it? So, yes, not quite far off getting Rome. Do I have one of my bombers that's able to do this without dying? Lovely, and my other bomber. Lovely. Okay, so those both chipped away at it. You chip away at it too. You chip away at it too. And tank, you can just roll in. Lovely. No, actually, I'm going to create a puppet. Thank you very much. Right, actually, let's have a little look at Rome. The Great Library. Oh, they actually started really well. All defensive buildings and cities are 25. Ah, that's why that was a bit harder to take than I thought. It has the Red Fort. Interesting. So, oh, some more units gaining things up. You know what, let's get that, please, and get cover, because you're going to get shot when it comes to you needing to do something. Perfect. You know what? You might as well head over. Actually, no, you're kind of fine where you are. Just kind of stand on that hill there. Maybe actually just over there. It's still getting a few troops for the next war in this part of the world. Let's just denounce them because we don't like them. Go away. I don't know why that's clicking on them. Ah, okay. And warn. And I will show the intrigue as well. Oh, yes. I'm supposed to be warning you. I just denounced you instead. But yeah, Saturnalia now has 5 citizens. Oh, does it? That's cool. We have work boats one day being produced over here. But no time soon by the sounds of it. Okay, let's just keep the tank on that lad over there. And we have a great person. Marvellous. Let's consume the great work. Not honestly that bothered. I have no idea what that is, to be honest. We should have listened to the music. Saturnalia has adopted my religion. Oh, that's good. We seem to have religion spreading. Christmas joy spread very nicely around all these cities. And because there's so many little cities, the pressure is just immense on all of them. Let us give me a new unit, apparently. I'm assuming that's this bazooka I just got. Marvellous. And enemies being found in my territory. Honestly, I don't care, because we're about to kill them. Marvellous, marvellous, marvellous. Now you, sir, you can get yourself into around this position. Ready for next time. That is grand. And indeed, Rome is ours, so we've got this as well. Okay, this is looking good. Cologne, Cologne, Cologne. We have now given up on their fort, by the way. So we're just going to get our units in closer to the city. Is this already pillaged? Yes, it is indeed. Is unfortunate that, but oh well. Send this guy around here. Great chap. Can carry on moving forward, and we'll have ourselves our worker ready to get on with things in life. Now, as we destroy these cities, I'm trying to just delete. I actually got Forbidden Palace and Globe Theatre. I probably don't want to destroy this. Actually, Hamburg's surprisingly good. You know what? Maybe we'll stop at this point. Stop raising the city. Down to 7 is fine. We don't need the population any smaller than that. It's just going to be useless if we destroy it too much. That's fine. You head into the city and heal up. The rest of you, however, are going to start coming round to Panama. Yes, that's what we need from them. So you, sir, head into them. Destroy that. Bazooka. Heading that way. Tank rolling in there. Tank rolling in there. You move into that position. Infantry covering them as well. You over to there. Now you have a shot. And you're into that position. Okay, lovely. I don't know whether we want to send this guy in quite yet. There are a few of these carriers here, but they don't really matter, to be honest, do they? Should we just leave one in there? I don't know. I'll tell you what, we'll clear them out a little bit first. And then we'll move on. Okay. Lovely, you move into that position. Right, we are nearly done with this stupid war. Let's go and sort out some of this stuff, because Berlin's pretty well solved at this point. We lost a couple bombers, mind you, so it wouldn't be bad to get these back under control. I don't need too many workers, actually, just the one will do at this point. Let's go workshop, just to make sure that this is got what we need in it. And call for Christmas. Gosh, there's all sorts of nonsense that we could build here. But in all honesty, the science is pretty high. Let's just get anything in particular we actually need. Not really. Look at all these basic things I've got. This is actually quite a good city, by the way. God for Christmas is pretty good. Can't honestly complain. It's a good museum because we keep on taking cities and they all have some nice cultural things in. I'm having to burn things down and destroy it at the moment. Kedgery, likewise. Our happiness is absolutely fine. Let's just make sure that we are sorted out for military academy, because you're going to carry on pumping out some troops, I think, and the cargo ship is off to Jerusalem because they wanted that for their quest. Perfect, that sorts that out. Over here I have myself a couple carriers, one with a bomb on, which is quite nice, and the other one with some fighters on. So we've got a couple of fighters as well. The fighters are very much on intercept mode. We should be fine with those. Getting destroyer here, getting destroyer there, getting submarine here. So we're getting those other things built. Submarine, submarine. Yes, we have actually taken out one Venetian submarine, but apart from that, we're in a fairly solid position. I'm going to send this ship round, actually. Might as well get these ones around. Oh, there was a submarine there, and we rammed straight into them. It's a shame, isn't it? But they're right next to us. We can still see them. So that's not a problem. You just get into that position. Yeah, unfortunately, because of the way that they acquire these cities, I can't actually make that city-state and liberate them, which is very sad. Wouldn't mind liberating that. Marvellous. And you, sir, can just head through here. You can start repairing up Rome. Rome isn't too brilliant, but it does have oranges, so we finally have that citrus that everyone's been asking for all these years. That is ours at least now, which is just grand, and we can get this guy moving up in this direction. Honestly, it's a bit late, but at least now we can be set up towards Addis Ababa for when the war begins, because we're going to want to be ready on that border. So, getting our last preparations for the end of this war.
Di sicuro no.
No, we don't.
Sta offerta non sarà valida per tanto tempo. Pensi.
Let's try 8,000.
Va bene.
He just gave me 8,000 for peace. I'm just going to kill him in 10 turns time instead. This is perfect. Okay, in 10 turns time we will attack Venice again. They've just given us 8,000 gold. Oh wow, the AI is fun sometimes. Right, well, I think I'm going to go on a little bit of a spending spree. Yes.
The wonder is not that
Now obviously I'm not actually going for a science victory, but prevent other people getting this is important. So, great merchant as well. That is just marvellous. So, let's get on all of this nonsense. So, yeah, a bit late for that. Plus 12,000 odd science. So, we've got penicillin, and ecology is almost done as well. So we'll just spam that one out as well. And that's down to 1 apparently. Oh well, whatever. We've pretty much just blitzed all of that. They just don't want to give us it all in one go. But yes, we've got a lot of research in the bank then, and CN Tower in 4 turns. That is marvellous. That is marvellous. Yes, our science is quite high, suffice to say. Great merchant. Now, trade mission with Valletta would be a good idea. They're 86 ahead. We might as well go and do that. I'd rather than be on my side when it comes to war with the Ottomans. So, very nice. Tank upgrade. Always good to have a tank that has some vision, albeit they certainly need some healing up. Get some cover defense. You also do the same. You've got a bit of time to heal up. You, sir. Ooh, supply outside, yes. That would be grand. Albeit, you might as well just heal up anyway. That actually might be slower now. Just done that. Ottoman army is prized attack against another civilization. Probably me. Someone stole radio from the South Pole. I don't really care. Goblin Squeak has entered We Love the King Day because I've now got citrus and enough to get experience. Woohoo! Yeah, that would just be a lovely defense against range attack. Why not indeed? You're just the mobile Sam though. So you'll probably stay in the city to be honest. And we have another one over here. And gain some movement. Because I could do with you catching up to be honest. So time then to take Cologne. And we are going to create another puppet. Marvellous. We seem to like gain happiness from conquering. It's amazing. It must be something on the tenets that we've got. It's just absolutely absurd. Right, Cologne is at 3. We could probably do a little bit more damage to these lads before we wrap up the war. Let's just take out a unit or 2 because we can. It gives us gold, so we kind of might as well. And there we go. A bit more gold for killing some Germans. That's really what we all need in the world. Lovely. And you, sir, well, to be honest, it's all pillaged, so you might as well unpillage it. We'll at least have a road pretty swiftly redeployed. Scrub that, and you, sir, start to fix that. Now, actually, we do need to give some names to these cities. So, Berlin. Actually, I can't do it at the moment. Munich. Munich has actually become mine. So this can now be the great city of Bauble. Yes. Great city of Bauble. A lovely Christmas bauble. We need some names to these other cities as well. They're all still in resistance, so we'll need names for them once they have turned around. It's a bit annoying, isn't it? What else is there then? We can... Well, I suppose what we need to do is just think about finishing off Venice, which shouldn't be too tricky. We can buy up a couple boats once this has finished up and go and attack. And after that, we need to just kind of figure out a new border because we need to launch into Addis Ababa, get that capital off them. And then otherwise, the war with them is mainly a plough towards Istanbul to try and have a bit of a research into where they're strong, where they're weak. So I need to fortify some of my borders a little bit. So there are obviously forts all along here. And yes, it might well help to just build a little bit more of a fort along this part. I'm not really worried about India. They're miles behind in terms of their tech. But yes, certainly I have a few concerns and worries about the Ottoman invasion. But I need to get them before they start filling themselves up with nukes. The bombers here. I seem to be... Ah, see, they do have a load of atomic bombs there. So they do have some worth bearing in mind. They haven't launched any yet. So it's probably a good idea for me to start on these bomb shelters before I wage war with them. I feel like I must be ahead of them overall. But one more. Yes, just soldiers crop yield in the population. The fact that soldiers still so far behind is quite worrying. But I've got a colossal army. I've kind of got what I need in terms of my army. It's nothing actually absolutely mental, but it's quite strong anyway. I certainly need to get some more units over here. I'm going to nuclear missile here, so I'll probably just blow Satunga into the sea. That'll be grand, won't it? Don't need too much of a faff with that. But otherwise, we are looking pretty good, all things considered. Yes, with Germany knocked out of the game, I think a couple more episodes left for you, ladies and gentlemen. This game is going quite far on in terms of the years, probably because no one's allowed to have a culture victory. Yeah, the Ottomans have a decent amount, but wow, they have a huge amount of their happiness is crazy. That mine's 39. Yes, so order is obviously the way to go, but no one's actually flipped over to order. It's just us and Venice. 74, looking lovely. See, everyone loves Santa at the end of the day, and no one's got any influential civilizations. Any that have been killed. So yes, we're all kind of knocking each other out in terms of that. There's been a lot of war going on, so everyone's kind of been distracted by that too. I could win science without too much fuss, but I'm not going to. That's not what I plan to do. Santa doesn't need to go to space just yet. We can do all that once everyone else has been nuked into the ground. Now then, if there are a load of nukes over here, what I probably need to do then is go on my way to nuke that city. Yes. Oh, they built a new city over here. How very strange. Yes, so maybe I could spend some of this money on getting a bit of a fleet and sending an extra nuke from over here. And what we can do, when we start the war, we need to blow up their nukes. So if we can nuke the nuke city, we'll be in a very strong position. That is certainly how I plan to go for it. But for now, I will leave you on the defeat of the Germans. Yeah, until next time, I'm Thomas, this is No Seaman, and this has been Civilization 5. Thank you, and bye-bye. Death and violence will come to you. This is a beautiful, beautiful town, by the way, guys. Let's go and smash it up. Dum tum ti 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 ti. How did you die? What is happening to my men? Steve! He was the one man who tried!